Okay, so now it's time to learn how to actually move things around and how to rotate them and how to scale them. So this is how to kind of change the position in the 3D scene, and that's called transformation. So you can add a new mesh, just choose any of these, probably let's go with cylinder. So there's the cylinder right there, and you can look around it, select it, right click everything, and you'll want to look on the left. If you don't see these, click the little arrow and you'll have all of these options. So the first one here, this is for selection. This is for the 3D cursor location, which is that thing, and then this is for move. So you select move and look around this. So you'll see there's this 3D thing here which stays the same size no matter how far zoomed you are. And if you select one of these arrows, the red one will only go in this direction, the green one will only go in this direction, and the blue one will only go in this direction. And then if you select the ones in between, if you select just anywhere, it'll move like this, and if you select the ones in between, this one will only let it go on the green and the blue. This one will only let it go on the red and the green, and this one will only let it go, oh no, this one will let it go on the green and the blue, and this one will let it go on the red and the green. So this will be useful if you're moving something like this, or if you're moving it up and down, or if you just want anything. If you don't want any restrictions, just drag outside of it and it'll go along an imaginary plane in front of the camera. So that's how to move your object. So now try moving it to the center, but then offset a little on the red. So right there. And now you'll be able to use the next tool, which is rotate. So if you select the rotate tool on the left, it's kind of arrows in a circle, then you'll have the rotate. So this is a very similar concept. If you select just the green, that'll only rotate it that way. If you select the red, that'll just rotate it this way. And if you select the blue, it'll only rotate it this way. And you'll notice that the blue here is the same as the blue color here, because the blue means that you are rotating it along the z-axis, which is the blue vertical. So that's rotation. And if you want to select just this, which they call trackball style, you click and it'll move it that way. And then if you want to rotate it based on your screen and where your position of your mouse is, you can just click anywhere outside and hold down, and that'll drag it around that way. And then there's scale. So that's this box with an arrow, and you'll see this. So it's kind of like the move tool, but with little cues at the end, and if you choose any of these, it'll scale in that particular direction. So let's reset the rotation on the right. You can see this thing called the object. So this is the transform, so you can reset the rotation, which makes it easier to scale. So keep the rotation at 0, and let's reset everything to 0 here. So you just click there, 0, oh oops, scale just set to 1, 1, and 1. Then location, we'll set back to 0, 0, 0. So now it's back in the middle, because if it's rotated, it kind of scales weird. So you can select the scale tool just like you would do a move tool, except this just scales it along that particular direction. So if you scale it like this, you can create interesting shapes. If you scale it up, then that's kind of like a tree or something. So let's finish this tree, actually. So there's the trunk. If you scale it really high up but then small, you can also use these just like in the move tool. That's the tree trunk. Now we'll press add mesh. Choose either of these. I'll choose the icosphere because it looks more natural. Now select the move tool. Select move up, and it's there. Then select scale tool, and right now I've only been using these these three, but if you just click outside and drag, it scales the entire thing equally. So that's useful if you're doing something like this where you want it to retain the dimensions of the sphere. Then just shrink it vertically a little, and there's a simple tree. You can click on this and press Ctrl C, and then press Ctrl V to paste it, and then you'll be able to move it around just like this, and you'll be able to move it.